A bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 3rd and short. The first carry now. This is Lacey. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
As they run the counter play. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. And the play clock's running down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
It's a great job by this secondary. Defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dewan Smoot in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's John Ryan now. standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Meanwhile, down in Glendale. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. A 2nd down carry for Procise. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, they run. Again, it's Procise. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. Now Wilson on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Meanwhile, down in Santa Clara, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Niall Davis. Powers through. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Bryant with a catch right side. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patches, I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted. Now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's got it to West on the dump off. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 22-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a big one there, as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer. Right?
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 54 yards. On 1st down, Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
To throw is Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Over the middle here to Wilson. A gain of 32 that time. First down now, but that clock rolling.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Gary and Conley.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run the counter now on first down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some space here. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Steelers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
Know your place, yeah, know your place, yeah. I got like right now.